just the lavs, just in case.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Like the phone audio is really good, and the lav audio is even better because I can like mix it and stuff, so like it works out really well. But overall, the phone's pretty good, except like the phone audio sucks like if it's really windy and stuff like that, and then the lavs are just more.
Yeah, it's more.
Logistically, they're easier.
Totally.
But yeah, that's Tentamon, and then so that's Judy. That's why my production company is called Judy's Productions.
Oh, sick.
Because of her. This list of audio, I don't know. Yeah? Oh shit, I changed my mind. Jesus. And then there's
nice.
Kabuterimon.
Kabuterimon,
yeah. So it's like
the insect evolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Digivolve into.
Yeah. The reason why I got Tentamon is because like for a long time my favorite Digimon was Goblimon.
Oh yeah.
And then I did this test online, then I got the Crest of Knowledge, and it kind of broke my heart, but it kind of makes sense because I guess I'm kind of techie, so like, I guess like Tentamon would make sense.
Nice.
So I decided to let go of that. Like, it's kind of like astrology for me, because like I don't believe in astrology, and I think it's kind of stupid. Just kidding.
That's okay, I also think I like it when it's stupid.
But the thing is, it's like, as much as I don't understand astrology, I don't. Like, I get how someone could be so infatuated with the idea of astrology, but like, scientifically, I don't understand how someone could, put their lives into astrology, but at the same time, I can't say anything, because when I found out that I was the Crest of Knowledge instead of the Crest of Friendship, I did want to kill myself. I did hate myself quite a bit. And then, like, it was even worse when I found out that I wasn't a firebender, I'm a waterbender, and I'm like, motherfucker, I just want fire, you know? And so, like, I can't really tell, like, Tamara that her astrology chart is stupid. Because, like, I, too, feel bad knowing that I'm the Crest of Knowledge. But I've learned to accept it, and, like, I've learned to like it. So I feel like it's letting me accept myself, in a way.
Straight up. That's sick, dude.
Come on.
Yeah, I liked Digimon more than Pokemon.
Yeah, me too.
I loved, I liked Pokemon a lot when I was a kid, but Digimon was something else. Season 3 especially. What was the ears? The Digimon movie was fire too.
Oh,
Agumon was the little dinosaur, but the rabbit with the ears who would talk.
That's Goblimon.
Goblimon.
That's Goblimon.
Goblimon was probably my favorite.
No, he was my favorite too, with the horn, right?
Yeah.
The
horn, yeah.
He was my favorite too, and like that's what I'm saying. But then I found out that Tentamon was my Digimon. I'm like, okay, I'll accept that too. So where are you from, by the way?
I'm born and raised in Vancouver.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of the few. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's like actually people are like crazy when you're from Vancouver. It's like more than if you were like from like somewhere really obscure, like Lesotho or something. I get more confidence.
But your parents aren't from Vancouver.
No, my parents are from India.
Okay, I really want you one day to like when someone asks that, you'd be like, no, they're from Vancouver too.
Yeah,
And then they're like, oh, their grandparents, and you're like, no, they're also from Vancouver. And it's like, what? Okay.
Just Vancouver all the way.
Yeah, Vancouver all the way. Wow, why do you ask that? Like, I don't know.
Russell Peters, he had this great joke about how like Chinese parents, like whenever the kids ask the parents like which part of China are you from? He's like, downtown. Don't ask so many questions. Like, they don't give any more details. Yeah, I'm not sure how true it is, but I always found that funny.
I get that. I asked my grandpa once. I was like, are we? I asked him if he was Mexican.
Yeah.
And he got so mad. He's like, I'm not fucking Mexican. I'm like, whoa, grandpa, why are you so mad? Apparently, he doesn't like Mexicans. I think he didn't care, but he just didn't want to be called Mexican. He's like, I'm not Mexican, I'm Nicaraguan. And he has that because he's an immigrant from Nicaragua, and he escaped on a plane.
Right.
So he's very I'm Nicaraguan. That's who I am because I fought to be here, but I'm still Nicaraguan. You can't take that away from me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I get it. Like you don't want to be lumped in with the rest of it. It's like it doesn't feel as distinct. I get it.
Well, okay, so I'm Nicaraguan, half Guatemalan, but I'm very whitewashed, as they say. Because I'm Hispanic, but I'm only Hispanic enough to say gracias back to the waitress without being racist. But if I said gracias señorita, that's the line. I can't say señorita. I have to stay at gracias.
That's where your Spanish ends.
Yeah. That's where I can fake it.
Fake it. Nice.
If I say señorita, they're like, why didn't you roll your R? I'm like,
Yeah, I can speak Punjabi pretty well. So in India, there's Hindi is the language everyone speaks in Punjab.
Yeah.
Punjabi is the local Punjabi language. and I speak like Punjabi well enough, but it's not a language anyone really speaks as a second language. So you can't, the people who hear it don't absorb any mistakes.
Yeah.
They're just like, you either speak Punjabi properly or you just don't speak it. Anything that you say that's wrong really sticks out to them.
Yeah.
So like whenever I get like the genders mixed up, it's like, you know, conjugation or like I get a word wrong or something, I got punished for it just by everyone being like, what did you say?
Yeah,
what did you, oh my god.
Yeah.
I was just lean the fuck in. It was Kingsway.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. It was just like lean the fuck in on the jokes. I'm like, I think I speak it pretty well. Yeah. I speak like pretty broken Punjabi.
But man, like if you were to talk to like just like, I don't know, someone who's learning Punjabi, you'd talk so well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd be amazing at it.
Yeah, I would be like,
exactly.
I wouldn't tell them any of the mistakes I was making. I would just be like, this is the way. When you talk to actual Punjabi speakers, you tell them that they're...
I mean, I think like, I get why they want everyone to speak like so formulaic and like to the point. Like I get it, because like language is like a sacred thing. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like when people make fun of the way people talk and like try to learn it, you know?
Yeah.
It hinders that person to want to try.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like my grandpa tried teaching me Spanish and like he was very like strict and like not fun about it. And then I was like, my culture kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to learn.
It puts you off.
I was like, I don't really care about Spanish though. I shouldn't even learn.
I was exactly the same way. I was just like, okay, this is not... Like the effort of it is so painful.
Yeah, because like it's such a low risk. Because I'm in Alberta. I live in Alberta. I was born. I'm in Canada. So like the idea that I need Spanish is so low.
Yeah.
I've only needed Spanish at the times where like my ego was on the line.
Yeah.
You know, like I walk into a Mexican place or whatever, and then she's like, "Oh, do you speak Spanish?" And I say no. Like and that happens like not even once a month. Like that's nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when my grandpa came at me with like just like these strict rules and like these like pens on papers and just like I don't know, this like very harsh way of teaching me Spanish. It was just like in my head I'm like, because I go to school with a bunch of like white kids, white Canadians. I'm like, I don't need Spanish.
Yeah.
So I didn't soak anything in and I didn't want to learn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I can understand my grandpa when he speaks. And that's the thing. I can understand my dialect, like I guess Nicaraguan Central American dialect.
Yeah.
But like if Mexicans talk to me, like that's where it gets hazy because they talk so fast and like when they're talking, the words literally like swap around in my head.
Yeah.
It's very off.
Yeah.
Is there different dialects? Where's your family from though?
From is so in Punjab. There's like a town called Jalandhar. So
Okay.
One that's like my main family's from. And there's like 3 regions. There's like Magua, Moja, and then like the other one is like I'm whitewash as fuck too. But there's another one. Then there's like a third one.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like there are some subtle differences between these. Mm-hmm. Like for the most part, like it's completely intelligible and like it's like not that different. But it is. I guess those are the big ones. And I think this is an Indian Punjab. So Punjab is mostly in Pakistan actually. So it might be different on the Pakistani part. Mm-hmm. But I don't actually know. I don't know much about the Pakistani part. I assume it's very similar.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
Can you cook any food from your like heritage? Can you? Biryani? Can you make biryani?
I cannot make biryani. I love biryani so much, but like, I mean, I probably could. I just never tried.
Have you ever tried a tandoori oven?
No, I've never tried it. I've seen it been done, and like, it looks really cool, but like, I just.
It's hard to do. Yeah. I burnt my arms.
You tried it before?
Yeah. Well, I used to be like I was in the food industry for like years. Like I think a decade, and then like I used to be a chef.
Yeah.
For like 2 years. Yeah, and then like we'd make, and when I was a chef for the hotel, we would make like Indian food. Well, we'd make every food. It was a terrible job, but we'd make Indian food as well as everything else. So we'd make like butter chicken, biryani. We'd have a tandoori oven where we'd make naan bread.
Damn.
And but there would be like an Indian woman who like stayed at the hotel, and she was like one of the owners, and she'd come down and she'd make like I forget what they're called, but. It's like flour, it's like brown flour, and you put it on like fire, and you like, it poofs up into a ball, I forget what it's called. Yeah, that's it. And so she taught me how to do that, and it was really cool. So I know how to like make Indian food.
Nice. Man.
Am I sick of it? Yeah, I would never make Indian food or enjoy it now, but that's a different story.
Well, yeah, you
like
are.
fish and chips. I fucking hate fish and chips. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I used to.
My partner used to work at a fish and chip shop.
Oh yeah. Well, I used to blanch like 500 pieces of fish a week.
Yeah.
Like by myself, and like that was.
Damn.
Yeah, and so I can't do it. Like even in Vancouver, where like I'm sure fish and chips is really good.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. And I went to this like fish and chip shack, and I was like, should I do it? Am I ready to do it? But the thought of putting it in my mouth gave me such a disgust.
Yeah.
That I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, it happens, man. You just get completely put off of it. Weird, like my limited food service, I only worked in a movie theater.
Yeah.
So I was basically only making popcorn.
Yeah.
And, so I would the smell of margarine fucked me up because they would give you the free margarine.
Oh, really?
So I would the uniform would be soaked with it.
Yeah.
Stink.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
The dishes and the grease was crazy.
Yeah, that's like for me, and if something's too greasy,
yeah.
I get a weird gag from it because I'm used to like cleaning grease and stuff like that, and like fryers. It just reminds me of the dirty side of cooking or working in an industrial kitchen. Yeah. And it just grosses me out. I fucking hate it.
Totally, dude.
Like if someone's like, oh, look at these fries, they're so good, they're greasy but good. I'm like, you're disgusting. You're a disgusting person. You should probably I don't know, go back to your womb. I just hate grease so much.
I hate it too. Man.
But like I'm fine with greasy food. But it's just like over greasy food.
There's a limit. There's a
limit. Like, and when things are meant to be greasy, like fish and chips is not meant to be greasy.
Yeah,
it should be
way to protect the fish. Actually, is just the to fight it.
That's original. Like it should just but like taste like fried food, but then it should be like dry and it should be crispy.
Yeah.
And the fish should be moist, but it should be greasy because there's a different like texture. But then pizza is supposed to be greasy.
Before this, damn.
Yeah, I'm hungry. We get food after if you want. But like pizza's supposed to be greasy.
Yeah.
If I eat pizza, that's greasy. Pizza donair, pizza donair, fucking anything that's supposed to be greasy, I'm fine with being greasy.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's just a thing in my brain that like it has to make sense.
Yeah.
For me to eat it.
Totally.
What's your favorite like food?
Food, I got a few. I'd say my tops are. It's hard to say the exact favorite. Pizza's up there. Pho. There's like an Indian dish called chole bhature, which is like chana masala and puri.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit different. The bread's kind of yogurty, so that's really good. What else? I love sushi. I love.
Did I say naan bread?
Yeah.
I meant to say naan.
Yeah.
It's just like a second thing, but I just realized I said naan bread, but I meant to say just naan.
Yeah. You know what? It's like same with chai tea. And, sometimes I'm writing a bit about this, which is like, there's that, which is great because naan bread means bread. And chai tea means tea. But in India, like bus means stop. So when you say bus stop, you're saying stop.
Oh,
in English,
really?
Like on the other way.
Funny, yeah.
So I'm trying to find it the other way around.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I'd love to do a stand-up set in Punjabi completely, but it would I'm not there yet. But it's like a learning exercise.
Is stand-up? This is gonna sound ignorant, but is stand-up comedy like a thing in your country? Like, is there stand-up comedy?
Yeah, it's getting a lot bigger too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a different kind of flavor. Like, it's not like. Bill Burr actually said that they're kind of going through their like Lenny Bruce phase, where like just like getting to that edge. It's a more conservative country, right? So like getting to people still pushing the line. Okay. And then so like a lot of the like comedies, like skits and sketches and stuff. There's a huge comedian called Kapil Sharma. Mm-hmm. He's like probably the biggest Indian.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I feel like fame is kind of benign compared to like. Because, for example, like someone famous like Jerry Seinfeld, he's like a very famous comedian. Yeah. But if you said that name in like India, they'd be like, "What?" Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Because it's kind of interesting that like fame doesn't really matter at some point. Right? It only like you can only get as famous as you are in your own universe.
Yeah.
You know?
You get weird instances of that though, like. For example, like Seinfeld, like I'm not sure what Seinfeld. There's been so many examples of before the Soviet Union fell. Yeah. A lot of Indian, because they didn't allow any Western cinema. Indian movies were shown in Eastern Europe and Russia like crazy. So as a result, like Indian like actors will go to Eastern Europe, and everyone recognizes them. the street.
Uh-huh.
Or like randomly, like probably
yeah.
this happens in Latin America all the time, where like there's like a channel will have reruns of a certain show.
Yeah.
And then that show, like maybe it's Seinfeld. And then even if it's like dubbed in Spanish or whatever, the Seinfeld will come and it'll just be pandemonium because it's like, holy shit, it's the guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you get weird pockets of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
no. I agree with that. But then also like, if you, I was thinking about, I think about this sometimes because like I make content and I try to like not compare myself to other things.
Totally.
So like to help myself, I always tell myself like, well, like just because like I'm not well known or not known at all doesn't mean I'm not doing something because like I tell myself like there's probably like a famous cricket player that I don't know, but he's probably the most famous cricket player in the fucking world, but I just don't know who that is, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, just like this, like whatever Judy Productions doing, like I'm doing it, and some people know about it. So right now, I'm the most famous Judy's Productions in my world, and that's okay.
Exactly.
So I try to like have that mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just about doing it and loving it, right?
Yeah.
I'm like that with stand-up. It's like, it's just, I just love it so much.
Yeah.
So it's like, the likelihood of it going anywhere is low. Like beyond low. So, but it's just nice to have this part of my life, and I just keep pushing it and progressing
How did you get into stand-up? Has your parents seen you perform?
They've seen a few, they've seen some clips and stuff.
Would you be mad if your dad or mom tried stand-up and they were funnier than you?
I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
They're funny.
They're funny as hell. Maybe not always intentionally.
Yeah.
But they're way funnier than me.
Okay.
Everyone in my life's really funny. It's just, I think it's more like stand-up is like more like, like the way I see it is like when you're in stand-up, it's like driving. You're going on a journey, but you're the destination. You are the road. You're the car.
Yeah.
And you're the driver.
Yeah.
So you have to like fill out all the stories.
Yeah.
Put the energy into the room. Get the rhythm going. All that stuff.
That's cool.
You know?
What's cool way of looking at that?
Yeah, that's always a.
How did you get into stand-up comedy?
I just always was the funny kid. You know, I was always funny. I always loved comedy growing up. It's funny. I'm not like so. I love like movies and media and literature and stuff. But like, I'm not so like stand up as much as some other comics. Like I watch a lot of stand up, but I also watch like a lot of like films and. Even some plays, and I read a lot of books and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just love storytelling. I love jokes so much. I love funny stuff, like funny situations and concepts. So when like stand-up was always like on my radar, but my partner, she really pushed me into doing it.
Cool.
Yeah. She was doing a fundraiser, and she's like, I was always pretty funny. So she's like, get on stage. I was like, no. And then I finally did it, and then I'm just like, okay. Then I got the bug.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
What does your partner do?
She is a researcher at this university right now. Yeah, so she does urban research and stuff.
So it sounded almost so fake.
Yeah, it's
like she's a researcher.
She's a researcher downtown.
Downtown.
No, actually, to be honest, like I don't know too much about it.
I get that. Whenever
it's like Chandler Bing job kind of.
Well, whenever someone like says something and I don't understand what they do, I just like put them in a pocket that they are now a farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I have so many friends that don't know what they do. They've all told me, but all of them are farmers. I have like 10 friends that just farm.
Nice.
Like I don't understand what they do, and like they tell me, but like I just zone out. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Why do we need that in life?
Sure.
You know, I don't understand what the fuck you're talking to me about.
Sure.
And so they're just farmers. Patrick's a farmer. Ashley's a farmer. Jim Kerr's a farmer. Everyone's a farmer. They don't get it. So
that's a good way to look at it. It's probably more interesting than the actual like I don't know. It's like having imaginary jobs for people. I think is a really fun way to look at it because man, somebody a lot of these jobs they make the world go round and stuff. But like when you have the systems analysts. No, actually, we just do the IT side of the business. No, not with actual computers, just on like the cloud architecture side of it. No, not like architecture, like building things, but like architecture, like we just do the sales. It's like, it's crazy, like no one's job, like you never understand. Like, I've been down like 45-minute conversations, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I still don't know. I just want people to tell me, like, I just go on the computer and message people. Yeah. And they message me.
Like some dumb it down or something.
Yeah, like dumb it down,
Yeah, like, cause that's sometimes when people like they're in their profession, cause like I work out and I have a friend who's like a nutritionist, and we talk, and then she's like, she uses some weird word. She's like, yeah, well you should try this like micro something, repetitions. I'm like, what? She's like, it's when you do a rep, but then when you go down, you go slow, and then I'm like, pause reps? Just say pause reps.
Say pause
like,
reps,
and then she's like, I've never heard of that. I'm like, everyone says pause reps, you know?
Just put the weight down slow.
Yeah.
Weight down, that's all you say, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't need this mumbo jumbo. She's like, that's what I learned. I'm like, I don't care. you make me not want to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like if a doctor was like, oh, you have a lot of divisions of cells. It's like, what do you mean? Oh, you have cancer. It's like, say that.
Yeah.
Just say cancer.
Please.
Don't divisions of cells. I'm going to Google that.
I don't need this information. Just please tell me.
Yeah.
Am I going to start making crystal meth or not? Like Breaking Bad stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, you're working out, man. You're in good shape.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You know, it's funny.
Did it make it weird?
No. It's funny because, like, through these podcasts, I always jokingly mention I can bench 205 pounds, like randomly.
Sick. Yeah.
So, like, I did this with Ismail?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ismail the other day. He was, like, talking, and then we stopped, and then I looked at him, I was like, oh, 205. He's like, what? I'm like, you asked me how much I could bench. It's 205. He's like, I didn't say anything. I'm like, you didn't? That's so crazy. I thought you asked me how much I could bench and asked me how much I curl. I can curl 45. You didn't say that?
Yeah.
He's like, no. And so I've been doing that.
Did I mention I can squat 400? Oh, you didn't ask. Okay, well, anyways, while I'm deadlifting 346, let's make sure that we get into the...
Yeah.
Dude, if I was working out, I would mention it constantly. I would
I like the idea of acting like a gym douche rat.
Yeah.
I think doing it ironically is funny.
I think so too. It's a great culture. Gym rat culture is great for comedy. Because it's people who are like taking it seriously, but it's like such an inane task.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because there's what you do for like health and stuff. You should build some muscle for your health, a lot of health benefits for your health. But then like, you know, when you're like deadlifting like 400 pounds, and it's like, I'm just taking it, let's get there.
Exactly.
Like, it's like, this is like a hobby that you do, and you scream as if you're like founding a country.
Yeah.
Every time you jump. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just pick the weight up and put it down.
Yeah.
The intensity, the memes. I love the motivational memes.
Yeah.
Just remember what's going on in the world, what's going on in your life.
My favorite thing in the world is like when someone is like telling me what to do, and then I love saying like I can bench more than you. I don't have to listen.
Yeah.
I walk away. That's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
I love like I only say it to like my close friends because like if I did that to an actual like person, you know, that would be such a shitty thing.
Yeah.
But I just say it to my random friends who like roll their eyes at me because like they know that's just how I communicate. I love you.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just fun for me.
I have a bag of snarky comebacks that I just say to my friends until
right? Yeah.
We're still friends after I said that, right? I just have that loaded up. I can never say it to someone who wouldn't love me after.
Yeah, exactly. But I've been working out for a whole 3 years of working out. But like I've always been active when I was like younger and like a kid.
Nice.
So like I used to be a forest firefighter. I did that for the summer when I was like 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that got me on the train of like waking up at 5 a.m. and like every day and like going to bed at like midnight, things like that. And it got me on the train of scheduling.
Yeah.
And I was working out before that for firefighting, but the firefighting thing didn't work out. And so but the working out stayed. So I always like worked out. And then like it stopped like during my addiction, but then like it came back when I was a chef because I was in a hotel and all I could do was work out like across the street. So I started doing it just for like mental clarity.
Nice.
But then now that like I'm not in the hotel, like I'm here, like, you know, traveling and stuff like that. I just do it to get big now because it's just fun.
Yeah.
Now I just like want to see how big I can get.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah, but like not in like a grotesque way, where like I want like my muscles to like triple in size. I just want to physically get as big as I can get naturally, and then that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? You know, I mean, apparently putting on muscle mass is like really good for your blood sugar and really good for all these other things. And like, it's also like as we like after the age of like 50 something or 60s, it's like we naturally lose muscle mass. Yeah. So putting on more while you're younger is like completely like it's great. Yeah. Like, it's a good thing to do. I used to work at a gym actually.
Oh no.
I was in the best shape of my life because I've never been active. I was like not like an active kid. Like I was just like fuck. Why? When in sports, I'm just like, when is this? Are we in that period yet? But like I always liked kind of like the CrossFit circuit training. Yeah. Like where it's like super intensity, heart rate shoots up, multiple muscle groups, like burpees. I love burpees. Yeah. Love sprinting, pushing the sled, doing the battle ropes. That sort of stuff was great, and I was in like really killer shape back then. But then, obviously not anymore. I was just joking before we started the podcast how tight these pants are now. But like, it's really, really fun. I might try that out, trying to get as big as I can get, because when you do like the pause reps and you do like sets and the schedule, that's how you get like hypertrophy or get your muscles bigger.
Yeah,
like,
I find, and I'm not like throwing gym stuff at you.
Oh no, I'm super into gym stuff. I'm the only non-jacked friend I have. Everyone is like, I always wanted to film, like if I ever get my short film off the ground, I want just like a panning shot of abs, and then the little glow I have here.
When I go to LA, I'm gonna go to like Muscle Beach, and I'm gonna take like a selfie with all the jack dudes, because I'll probably be the smallest dude on that beach. Yeah. And I just want that picture. It'd be so cool.
You need the contrast.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see so many pictures of jack dudes, like you need a normal dude next to the jack dude.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
It's apparently there's a huge problem in like the bodybuilding fitness YouTube thing. There's like so many people like look at a dude, he doesn't look that great. Like, have you seen him next to a normal person? That dude, it's like the 0.1% best bodies in the world.
But there is, I just want to say, like, there is this thing when like you get that jacked, it's actually like not jacked, but if you get that fit, there is actually like health issues.
Yeah.
Like people that like have a 12 pack, and like they're like 2% body fat.
Starving.
You're starving your body. Like that's actually really unhealthy. Because like there's a lot of YouTubers that I follow, and like they talk about like getting really that jacked and how unhealthy and like shitty they felt. You know, it's quite the double-edged sword, because you look great, but like what cost?
Oh yeah.
You know?
No, 100%. It's for photos.
Yeah, exactly. It's for photos and like ego and fame and yada yada. But like what I was gonna say, it's like what helped me like go to the gym every day was like I would just go to the gym. Like not I don't mean that in a snarky way. I mean like literally.
When I'm hungry, I eat food too, and like when
exactly. Oh man, I go to bed. When I go to bed, I sleep.
Oh shit.
No, but
I get what you mean.
What I would do is like I would go to the gym even if I didn't want to work out. I would just hang out, because then that would like trigger my brain to like start a routine. I would just like go, and then I would start want to go, and I would just like hang out there. It became like almost like this peaceful serenity. Like everything before that was like a mess. Yeah. And when I got in the gym, it was like my space, and I enjoyed that a lot.
Nice.
And so like that's what I did. I would do that. But like this week's really hard because like I'm on a deload week. So I'm not working out whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And so like every bit of my body is like, we're getting fat, we're getting smaller. So like I measure myself and like you're fine. Like,
hey, my body says that, and I'm not going to the gym. So you're way ahead. Yeah, and it's like it's important to rest. Yeah. Actually, so I'm kind of lying. I go to Orange Theory. You know that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
So it's like it's just like they put a heart rate on it. But honestly, I think it's super gimmicky. But I do it with my partner.
I mean, as long as it's working, honestly, if you're doing it.
My cardio is way better. Like my actual, I still eat everything I want, so no weight loss. But the cardio, I can like run upstairs without getting tired. Yeah. Like my cardio is a lot better, and my mental clarity is definitely like it really does help. But like it's just more like. It's like pretty expensive for what is essentially the interval training setting on a treadmill, which you can do at the gym for like $10 a month. Yeah. This is like $100 something.
Yeah, exactly.
But you do get a trainer and they like tell you when to.
I mean, but that's what I mean though. Like if you're going to it and you're enjoying yourself, like why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't like gatekeeping and working out.
Totally.
You know, because like sometimes I see like, oh man, that guy he's in pajama pants at the gym. It's like let him be. Like as long as he's there, fuck it. Like, who the fuck cares? Like let him wear pajama pants. Let him wear flip flops. Like
totally. Everyone's at their own level.
Yeah.
So when I was working at the gym, it was a pretty hardcore gym I was at. As in like it was just a lot of machines. It was a cheap gym, 24 hours, like a lot of machines, a lot of weights. So a lot of bodybuilders would use it because they got everything they need. But like also we would have this like old couple if they're in the 70s. And they would just go to every machine, and they would just and then go to another machine and like they would have to like walk around the like 300-pound bodybuilder guys, and it was so cute, and everyone like loved them. It was like, hey, what's up, hey, and then like let me take those plates off for you as the bodybuilder man removes the 7 plates on the chest bench so you can put like the no weight like chest press for that 7-year-old. It was incredible, but like. Gym culture is surprising. Like, it's rare that you actually meet a gym bro who's like a douche like that. Yeah. The people are usually pretty like happy that you're working out at all.
I find
it's
that
an inclusive culture.
Yeah, I find like it's it's kind of like social media that brings that like, well, gym bros are like this, gym bros are like that. It's like I don't know, like I've been to a lot of gyms. Like usually they're pretty chill.
Usually, yeah, I rarely see.
Yeah, usually like if you see them online, like that's not.
Yeah.
That's for like something.
That's the whole internet.
Yeah.
Like people on the internet, like online, in order to get you to click so that they can sell ads. They have to sell you the most clickable, outrageous thing.
Yeah.
So you have to be a jerk. No one's ever like, oh, that's nice that he's doing that. That's good for his perspective.
Yeah.
You never hear that.
Because like I'm sure that every like big gym bro you see online, like they started like at a normal rate. They just got big, right? So it's not like they started out that big where they have this like big autistic thing. Like they do have like body dysmorphia. They too have like, they're just humans, but they just got really big.
Totally.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I have a lot of body dysmorphia, but like yeah. Like
you feel small and stuff?
No, I feel fat.
You feel fat?
Yeah. Like I feel fat, or I feel my body's displaced.
Right.
And or I feel like my muscles are getting smaller. Like it's a different thing every day.
You look great.
Thanks. I appreciate that. You look good too, though.
Oh, thank you.
You don't look like obese.
Yeah. I'll get you.
You look healthy though. You look healthy.
Do I? Okay.
Yeah, you look healthy.
Thank you very much.
Like you don't look like crazy. You know.
No, I don't. I look like the situation is recoverable.
Yeah.
This is fixable.
Exactly. Yeah,
I just got it. That's the same. Honestly, like I haven't been in a while, but like my cardio is a lot better. But it's the same when I was doing that gym circuit training stuff. And even when I'm going to be muscle building, it is like literally 80% nutrition.
Yeah.
Which is brutal because I love food so much, and I actually like healthy food can be really delicious. But like
it's so tedious.
It's tedious to make.
Holy shit!
And you have to make it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like it's so.
Like some of it's like. Oh, hummus, chickpea, spinach dip. It's like, shut the fuck up. I'm not going to spend 2 hours making whatever the fuck you just told me. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I can usually, for a while there, I was really good on breakfast. I just had like 2 hard-boiled eggs and some oats, and I'm like, this is a great breakfast, and I'm happy, and I love it. And I did that for a few weeks. I actually saw some, like, even, because a third of the day was pretty, it was a lot of oats, because I had to glue up my system.
Yeah.
I had to seal it shut with the cement of oatmeal so that when I ate the pizza and burgers and stuff, it would, there's an obstacle. But then, I actually lost a few pounds doing that. That was great. But then it's just like lunch and dinner. Like, I love pizza, Costco hot dogs.
Oh, man.
I'll go to Costco and be like, oh, yeah, spinach, and I'm going to get egg whites. And then like you get to the food court, I'm like, can I get a pizza wrapped in a hot dog?
I've been eating like shit for like forever now, for the past week. And I keep telling myself, like, I'm bulky.
Yeah,
I'm bulky right now. I swear to God, I'm bulky.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried, like my dietary is I have this high protein cereal. Have you ever tried that for breakfast? It's really filling.
Oh, is it Magic Spoon or something? Or?
I have Magic Spoon, but it's just Vector cereal.
Vector.
I find like that really works really well for the morning because, and then like for lunch I've made this because I meal prep too. Mm-hmm. So what I do is like I have 1 protein bar, some grapes, watermelon, cucumber, and spinach.
How many days do you meal prep in advance? Like
7 for a week.
For a week?
And I swear, like that fruit bowl I just said, like lasts for the week. The watermelon gets kind of stingy at the end, but just watermelon.
Yeah.
But everything else tastes pretty good. Like even carrots I have, and like that just gets me through lunch. And then I just have like a little like meat or something, like a hot dog. It's not like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But then at night I do double veg, 1 protein.
Nice.
So like double broccoli and then 1 piece of chicken, and I find like that's okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love.
Except for like this trip. This trip has totally thrown any meal prep out the window. Yeah. Because like I can't. It's only sometimes I have a kitchen, so it's like. I'm not, and like, where am I going to keep all this meal prep? So it's so it goes out the window sometimes.
Yeah. It's easy, for me, it's like it's easy to fall off. I need to like know that I can like fall off a little and get back on.
Yeah.
But then like when I fall off, I'm like, well, it looks like I was hiking on this trail, and it appears my little toe has gone slightly off. Let's go into the forest and live like an animal. Let's go straight into the wild.
Pizza. Oh my God, we found pizza in the wild. That's so crazy.
Can you deep fry a hamburger? Can we do that, please? Yeah. Like it's crazy. Yeah. I'm a big. I just love delicious food. It's rough. I wish
Does your partner know how to cook?
She does. Yeah, she cooks really well, and she's great. But we don't live together, and so she has her own nice. And the thing is too, is like whenever we're hanging out, actually this is funny, one of the things she said she liked the most about me when she first met me was how I quote unquote ate so freely. Like I was a true gourmand.
Yeah.
And I did know a lot of great spots around town to eat and stuff. And so I think she associates me with delicious food. So like I can't like we have a hard time where I was hanging out and like, hey honey, I'm just gonna make eggplant and egg whites and like spinach. And she's like, this is not what I came here for. That's what I make at home. You indulge me, big boy. And I'm like, okay.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, but it's all right. I mean, she's very supportive of like the whole thing. I like the exercise. It's 80% nutrition. You know, it's also like I think it's also just like. Are you still like a 5 a.m. guy? It's gonna be tough with stand up, but you're still.
Not right now.
Not right now, yeah.
Yeah, because like I've been taking a week, like about 2 weeks off from waking up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Because like I have to sleep in my car for the next week of driving.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like, I don't know if it'll work, but I'm trying to like oversleep.
Yeah.
So that I can like, and I'm trying to like get my muscles to like fully heal.
Yes.
So that like on my trip, I can work out and wake up at 5 a.m. and like I won't feel so tired.
Nice.
So that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
But I usually always wake up at 5 a.m. But I'm just trying to like recover for, I'm trying to over-recover for my week of driving and then living in a car.
Sick. You go to LA, right?
Yeah, so it's like a week of driving and then I live in my car every day.
Nice.
And then I'm back in a hostel in LA, so that'll be nice. But then like after that, I have to drive back up to Edmonton and like that's another living in my car.
Nice.
So it's just, I would love to be like, go, 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 but at the same time, it's like, I should just take a sec. It's fine. Like, I'm editing every day, I'm filming every day, it's okay.
Yeah, and you know, there are other things that, like, if you don't have the capacity for, like, the kind of deep rest that you need, like, you shouldn't be, like, pushing your muscles too hard. Like, you can get a pretty good workout just body weight. Like, you can just like something.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, because before this, like, 2-week break or whatever, I was working out every day, like, it was fine and shit. But the problem was, it's like, I was so sore for like the next days. I kept being more sore.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd work out my legs and then 2 days later my legs would be like dead.
Yeah.
And then I'd work on my arms and 2 days later my arms were just dead. I started noticing that I was getting more sore longer.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I so sore like all the time? Like I wasn't feeling pain though. It was like my muscles were like taking longer to heal. I'm like, this is weird. So I like had to take a sec, you know?
Nice.
Yeah. Because I don't want to hurt myself because there's no point.
Exactly. You just have to, yeah. It's more efficient.
Yeah. So what's your like goal though? Is it like weight loss or muscle building?
Probably weight loss primarily. Muscle building, I'd like to get some more muscle on it. Honestly, I've usually been my body like I mean this is pseudoscience, but I'm naturally what they call like an endomorph or something. So like I put on muscle and fat pretty easily. Mm-hmm. So like I definitely have some muscle on my frame, but like it just comes with a lot of fat. And so I'd like to get definitely leaner. I just like to like, if the scale goes under 200, I'd be really happy. Yeah, I'm right now like I crossed 250, and then I'm just like, god damn, like I am a quarter of an elephant.
Like when you say you got to 250, were you less before? Or?
Oh yeah, I was like, well I was 220 before that, and then like a walk around weight, like I was like 205, 210, something like that. Yeah. That's like what I'm used to. I'm a thicker set guy. I'd love to get even below 200, but just getting back to there would be So, and but some of it is definitely muscle. It's just, it's also a lot of it is definitely not.
What caused you to be like, I need to lose weight? Like, what was the
Just health, you know, and also just like, you know, you start noticing like when you're heavy, like it's like. You know, like, so Orange Theory, like, my cardio is a lot better, but just, like, doing, like, running and then, like, having a higher body weight, your ankles, you feel it. And then, you know, your clothes get a little tighter. And then also just, like, I don't know, just, like, being, like, broad in that way, like, you're bumping against stuff is weird. And then also just, you know, like, you want to avoid, like, you know, being Indian, like, you know, you had a higher risk for problems with, like, diabetes and heart disease, apparently.
No, I can see that.
Yeah, so just trying to, honestly, if I ate healthier and then like I didn't lose any weight, I would also.
Because like Indian food is very greasy.
Oh yeah.
It's like a lot of butter. Oil and butter is like.
You know what's funny? It doesn't have to be. The traditional way of like we have this thing called Ayurveda, and the traditional way of eating is actually the healthiest in the world, like turmeric and vegetables. But Indians think they're eating that. But what they're usually eating is like is way greasier. Yeah. They like have like the healthy whole wheat roti with like vegetables, but they put like 2 tablespoons of butter on it, and then after that they're having like tea with like fatty milk, and then fried. There's like all these things that are just like deep fried starch. Like we have these like snacks, like you get a samosa before. Right?
Yeah.
Like samosas are fine, at least they're potato filled. But there's these other like mulia and like all these snack foods that are all just like literally deep fried starch.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, and you know, because they spike your sugar and then they also like are deep fried, like high oil.
Yeah.
And then they're also like just so insidious, you just have them throughout the day. And then like, so I'm just like, I don't even think that Indians are genetically predisposed to anything. I think just like culturally we love to like munch, like
yeah.
And munching on the worst things. Like we're not eating salads, like we're eating like these little snack foods with tea that's been double boiled that like increases the cortisol and does all this shit. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll have just like not having that is like a big jump up. But my diet's not really anything there. I'm on like your typical like standard American diet, whatever that means. Like just so.
I found that because like I was really on like the meal prep, and I used to make these fucking stupid like salmon. I used to be like tried really hard to get as much protein and nutrition as I could, and then like it slowly like died out to just being like double veg, one protein.
Yeah,
that was it. And then like
you gotta make it simple.
Yeah. Otherwise you'll like kill yourself. You
totally.
know? Yeah, because I just couldn't keep up with like the math of it, and I just like hated it every moment. So then working out was kind of lame and shit. So then now I just like eat enough protein. I eat 200 grams of protein a day. Yeah, a day. Yeah. And then like I don't know what calories, but like I just eat the same thing of calories every day that like works for me. I get nutrition, and then obviously like I use like supplements like steroids. Just
of course, yeah. Well, you gotta take. I mean, if you guys are not taking your steroids,
like
make sure you get them. Yeah. One steroid a day, you know, keeps your balls up there. That's what.
It was actually really funny because like I saw my sister after like the 2 years I was working as a chef, and like I looked a little smaller than this because I've gotten bigger.
Yeah, you look good, man. You look shape.
Thanks. Yeah. And so I saw her, and she was like with her friend. His name's Paul, and like Paul thought like I was taking steroids, and I was like, he's like, you just look big. Like, are you taking anything? I'm like, no. He's like, how'd you get that big so fast? I'm like, you mean over 2 years? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not even steroid big. Because like, there's a difference between like steroid big and just like my big. Like, I'm not like I'm big, but I'm not like steroid big because those guys are huge.
Well, you know, good for you. The thing is, you've consistently maintained a good habit for 3 years.
Yeah.
So of course, like I mean, steroids is less crazy than that for most people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like you inject it, and people think you inject steroids. I used to think you inject steroids and you get huge. Like steroids make you exercise more and grow more muscle. I'm like, wait, you still have to exercise if you take steroids? What the fuck? Like, I was like, when I did my first like 2 bicep curls, I went into the gym like, fuck steroids, this juice is terrible for you. And then I did 2 of those, I'm like, okay, I'll do some steroids. I want these results instantly.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just like, you still have to work out. And anyways, like, they are terrible for you. But.
Steroids is like jacked up pre-workout.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like creatine, but on steroids.
Yeah, they only have one side effect, and that's that they make you look fantastic.
Yeah.
That's all that I'm joking.
Also,
don't do steroids.
Yeah. Also, steroids like makes you like manic and crazy.
Yeah.
Just take creatine.
Yeah, creatine. I'm actually taking creatine right now.
Yeah, me too. I'm on creatine.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not doing the hypertrophy stuff like the rest pause.
Yeah.
Like it's still good for cardio and so on. But I gotta. That's it. Anyways, bro, just to change topic, how long have you been in Vancouver? Like, is this your first time in Vancouver?
No, not my first time, but I haven't been here in like years. But I'm here till the 4th, and I've been here for like, this is my 3rd week.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm already sick of it.
Yeah. so are we.
It's just because my car got towed twice. Like, and then like, during this trip, I had to deal with like a breakup, and like it sucks, so everything's just like blah blah blah.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's okay. Like, it was just like really hard. It's kind of weird though, because like, okay, so I stacked my podcast, right?
Yeah.
Because like it's just easier that way.
Yeah.
So what happens is it's like the last 3 podcasts I talk about the girl I was seeing, right? But okay, so sorry. So the podcast I released last week that I recorded like 3 months ago.
Yes.
We were together.
Yeah.
I talk about her and like how happy we are. Like in that podcast that came out last week.
Yeah.
And then it's like that was like 2-3 months ago. So like things have changed.
Yeah.
Like nothing bad. But this is a distance because like she works at a camp job and she works nights. Yeah. So like when then I'm in Vancouver, so the
distance and the time.
The time change, yeah. So like when she's like sleeping, no, when she's awake, I'm sleeping. When I'm awake, she's sleeping. Yeah. And then like there's no communication. So like we had such like amazing communication, but the problem was it's like now the communication is gone. So all we'll do is like fight. Yeah. And like there was no catching up because there's no communication. And so like there's a lot of like misunderstandings and fighting and like turned to distrust and turned to like arguing. And so it just got too much, and then we just like said, hey, let's just like break things off now that we can, and then like let's talk about this like after I'm back from my trip. Yeah. You know, let's just like reset kind of thing.
Totally. Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's just like funny because like last week it's like the podcast coming out now even too. It's like we're doing this like thing, we're doing this like open thing because I'm on my trip and like, but that was recorded 2 months ago, so it's like changed.
Yeah, doing a podcast, you have a little time capsule kind of, don't you? If it's stacked, right?
Yeah, you do.
Crazy.
But that's the only way you can really do this content on the trip, right? So like, for example, I have all these like videos edited and ready to go, but like they're scheduled for like the weeks coming up, so then I never have to actually sit down and like do it.
Totally.
So then like I can like just enjoy the trip more, and then know these videos are just going up, then just promote them.
Totally.
So like they go up and like, oh hey, Instagram story, look at this, yada. Right, so everything's just like ready to go. That's like my workflow. That's how.
Workflows are so important in this.
Yeah. Like I even have, I coded, I wrote this code that makes program files for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So like, can I show you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so
I work in, I'm a data analyst, so I do...
You're a farmer? That's cool.
Yeah, I'm a farmer.
That's awesome, man. Cool. Okay, so just, via script. Yeah, and then I just use PowerShell, but... Nice. And then it asks me, like, what project is this called? Yeah. I'm like, your mom.
Nice. .jpeg.
And then, boom. And then inside, it makes all these files.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, because like this seems like benign, and like it only takes me 5 minutes, but that's 5 minutes every project. Yeah. I don't want to do it. You know, so it's like, it takes so long, and then I have these inside of, like, so footage, B-roll, effects, takes. Yeah. And then it's just so much faster.
Totally.
Because I don't want to do this every time. Like, this is what ruins the creative flow. Yeah. And so now that I can just do it really quickly, then bada bing, bada boom.
Totally. I have the same structure, but I just copy paste an old folder and rename it. But that's like so much quicker. And it's like, it's also like...
It looks cool.
It looks cool. And it's the same reason, like, a lot of Linux dudes use Linux. Because PowerShell is pretty great, but Linux people are obsessed with this thing called sudo, which is like the PowerShell of Linux. And apparently, like, you can do like some really crazy shit with it. And then, so, they do stuff like that all the time.
Like, imagine...
How long have you been doing this? Sorry, by the way.
Oh, like this whole film thing?
Yeah, Judy's Productions and you find
well, like, Judy's Productions only started like this year, but I've been learning how to film over the course of like, since like 2014.
Really nice.
Yeah, so like I've slowly learned how to like film and edit and stuff like that from like Patrick Crossman. And then Judy came into place because it was the first laptop I ever bought. Yeah. So then I started the channel called Fork and Spoon, and I would edit and film on Judy. Right. And so then when things got bigger and like I got Jude and my production value got upper, I created Judy Productions because...
Yeah, you got a duo now,
yeah, but then it's named after her because like she was the one that started everything, I guess.
What was the Digimon power of the fuse? What was the...
Digimon Fusion?
Digimon Fusion? Probably, yeah.
It's almost like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But they do work well together because like how I do this is like I have a folder that they like sync in. Yeah. So then on the go when I have footage, I put it into Judy, and then I put it into sync folder, name it all, then when I come home, it's ready on Jude. Nice. And then I just edit, boom, 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 boom. And then that way, like, processing isn't such a tedious thing anymore. Yeah. It's like, it's better for your mental health, because like, well, it's better for your like mental clarity of editing.
Yeah,
because
you want to get to the creative part as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so like if I'm on the go and working on Judy with like processing footage, and then I put it on here, it's funner for me because then I'm not like processing processing, editing in one spot, it's like, oh, I'm here now. It feels like a progression of actual growth through your workday. You know, and like you're already out there doing things, so like why not? Like it's just easier that way.
Yeah.
The only problem is like the first time I started doing this, I got into this thing where like I put too much videos to transfer on Judy, so then I learned to like only put like 5-6 videos, process them, and then on the go. So that she's always going and stuff.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, it's really awesome to have set up while you're traveling. Do this is sick.
Yeah. This is quite the, I guess, what's the word? Like it's not a hobby now.
It's a pro, it's like professional, or quite. I guess maybe. What's a good word for this? Farming. I don't know.
I don't want to see. It's not a hobby anymore. I guess it's like a. It's
like a thing that you do.
What's that thing? What's that thing where like you really want to do it all the time?
Passion.
Yeah, it's a passion now because like it has to be.
Yeah.
You know, this thing cost me like $10,000 before.
Oh shit, the laptop?
Yeah, this one did, yeah.
Oh damn, is it like all color calibrated and everything?
Yeah, like it's like a 4K HD, like,
oh, shit.
So I can have any spectrum of color on the display, so like I can color grade really well.
Wow.
And then like editing wise, like I can have like 4 different editing softwares open on the computer at once.
Oh nice.
Yeah, so like even like the hard ones, like I can have like After Effects, Adobe Premiere, and Photoshop all running at the same time.
Wow.
And so that takes like a lot of power, but like if I put them all on right now and then I went to the CPU, it'd be like 20%.
Oh, so
you know? But then on Judy, she would break down. And so
how old is this one?
Fucking old.
Oh yeah, like years. And this
Yeah, years.
Pretty recent, I'm guessing?
Yeah, like this is from 2020, so it's only 3 years old.
Dude.
And like the thing is, it's like I can't even open After Effects on this computer on Judy.
Yeah.
Like she just crashes. She makes this weird sound, and then After Effects turns off, and then I get this like weird screen that says After Effects. Do you want to open After Effects? I'm like, you just close After Effects, and I say no, and then it closes, and then I get another thing that says After Effects has crashed. So I'm like, bro, get it together.
I wish there used to be a feature on computers, especially Windows, where like they just tell you what it's doing in the background to make you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like the craziest thing. I don't get how some of these windows pop up and tell me the same thing that you know. It was ridiculous. I have a good setup myself. I actually, one of my things is like I usually just like have a single display, but I usually make pretty simple edits. But it's just getting into the workflow for me is so tough.
What do you think? What do you think is the hardest part of the workflow?
For me, I think it's just the conversion between files.
Yeah.
Like it's when you need to like export something and it's you need to reduce the file size or like it's not compatible with that working format. I use DaVinci Resolve. So it's like
that's weird.
Yeah, Resolve.
What are you filming on?
I'm filming on my Sony A7. Yeah, I mean, recently I haven't been doing much, but it's a mix between Sony A7 and then my phone footage. So I'm trying. Yeah, like right now, actually, my thing is honestly, it's just like I record almost all my sets, and so I want to like start trying to get them on Instagram because like but the thing is like for me, it's like some nights like the joke hits so well, but the camera isn't in the right place, it doesn't look that great, and then some nights it's like the joke doesn't hit that well, but that's when the footage looks good, or the audience wasn't into it, but the joke was great. So I tend to overthink it myself, and then like not start putting my clips for stand-up up.
Yeah.
So just yesterday, actually, like my partner and I, we just had some fun messing around with TikTok. So just creating more sketch
I saw that
comedy.
TikTok. I liked it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah. So just like sketch comedy, some goofy stuff on the side. I think it was better than just like putting my actual sets up. Because I'm like a big, like for stand-up for me, I'm like really big into like stand-up, but like it's being there. Like the stand-up video is like something that's like totally different.
Yeah.
I don't have the footing for it.
Wait, I just want to see what this noise is.
Yeah. It's this thing in the background, totally. Yeah, really alone now, talking to the microphone. A lot of fun. Kind of like it.
I just had to know what the noise was.
Yeah, what was it?
It's like someone washing the steps.
Oh shit.
I just had to know though.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things. It's like if I don't know what the noise is.
Wouldn't it be funny if there was just some guy standing there like?
That would be funny.
Yeah.
That would be really funny.
How long are your podcasts usually?
Like an hour.
Very nice. Who'd you talk to before? You talked to Ismail already?
Yeah, Ismail. Yeah, that was a
nice.
fun one.
Yeah, you do any other comics or?
Not really. Cause all my podcasts is stacked. Like I have like 3 that I can put up.
Yeah.
I try not to dwell so much on like getting people on.
Yeah.
I just try to like, I don't know. I try to always like have one ready in the works, but I try to like focus Judy's Productions on like actual production.
Okay.
Because like the podcast itself, like that's pretty easy to produce.
Yes.
Because there's just audio.
Yeah.
And there's no film, so I just have to make an MP3 and an MP4, and like that's it.
Yeah.
And I put one on YouTube, one on Spotify, and like that's pretty simple. Like I use Podbean, so it's all easy to do. But the moment I'm scheduling like an hour at a time every day for like different people, that's where like I get into the crossing of like, well, I don't have time to edit, I don't have time to film, I don't have time to like.
You gotta give yourself space to.
Yeah, because like it's hard to just do it all the time, because like it's not just like we're not just like doing this for an hour. Like I have to get there for an hour, sit down for like 20 minutes, set up things like that, and then on top of that I still have to like film my content. So like that also is really hard.
Yeah, so it's good. That's the thing I'm learning too. It's like you have to, now that I have this mountain of footage, it's like I have to give myself time to process the footage. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just have like, oh, it's this, and then the larger the project, the post production is like 15 times longer.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I'm working on this one right now. It's like a little vlog, and like this took me like, and like it's the thing about like getting your brain in the mindset. Like this whole vlog took me like 3 hours maybe to edit, but it took me half the day to mentally prepare editing.
Yeah.
Because like I just couldn't sit down and focus. I was like, man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this right now. Because like in my head, my problem is it's like, I don't want to do this right now because like I want to be in a car. I want to go outside. It's like, bro, I get that, but we gotta put this shit on. Let's get this done so it's scheduled on so that you have content to go out so you can enjoy the driving.
Totally.
You know? Because you don't want to do this in your car. You don't want to edit in your car.
Oh no.
You know? Like right. The stairs aren't even that dirty. That's the thing that bugs me. Like I went over there to look, and the stairs are fine. Like I've been here for 3 weeks, and never once did I hear someone say, "Man, these stairs are filthy." Like no one says that. No one goes down the stairwells. They all use the front ones.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's fine. Sorry, but
I know the podcast audio. Yeah.
So what I was gonna say was, do you either use a Sony or you use an iPhone for your shit?
Yeah, I got a little Samsung Flip. It's a flip phone.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen
that. I just got it. Like honestly, I just loved the way it looked. I knew it was the stupidest purchase, but it also looks like
it almost looks like it would look like something like from Digimon, like a Digivice.
It does. That's it's like a gizmo.
Yeah,
that's the thing. And actually, I actually had the thought that like I wish it flipped again.
Yeah,
I wish I could flip it.
Yeah.
And then I've had other people ask me, I'm like, right? You get that it's just a little doohickey gizmo thing.
But could you imagine, like, I know you have a partner, but could you imagine at the club and some girls like, what's your number? Then you pull out that.
Yeah.
She'd be like, never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't even mind. I don't want to pull out. I want to deploy my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a click, clap, boom, boom. Yeah. I want to crumple it up and then like unravel it.
Like a present, like a Christmas present.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say it's kind of weird that it formats in different ways, but it only formats because of the iPhone, because it should format well in Adobe Premiere, right?
Yeah. Well, you know the other thing for me too is like with Sony. I mean, they do their HEVC codec is like named differently. Like all their codecs are like named as their own thing. And then with the phone, it's like H.264.
Yeah.
So I usually do H.265 because it's like easier on the computer. But sorry, smaller sizes. It's actually hard on the computer, but it's like fine. My computer can handle it. But then, I just have to get my codec set up and get the footage to match. But then, other than that, honestly, I don't like for my stand-up because it's like low light and it's just easy to plop it up. I prefer the phone, but I think I might maybe I'll try doing something more uniform. Just using the camera.
I've seen a camera, but like I think if you start using your camera, you'd find that it would be easier to format and stuff. Yeah. It's like with the phone, it's hard to do the ISO, lighting, yada yada.
Yeah.
With the camera, it's much easier.
Totally.
You can get good movements with your camera and stuff like that, and like good lighting with your camera. And then it's much easier to format because like you just stick it in, then Adobe Premiere automatically goes to H.264.
Yeah.
Like automatically. Like that's the same footage of whatever. Like 1080p. I guess you can put it on Instagram, so it wouldn't be 1080p. What is it? It's 1080p over 720?
Yeah.
So like Instagram uses 720 over 1080p.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So vertical, the vertical.
Yeah, so you'd have to change it. But like that's easy.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, I don't want to like dumb you down.
No.
Do you know how to make new sequence into Instagram? Like save presets?
No, not really, no.
No, because like you can do that. So like Control N, and then like I have it when saved, and you can customize it, phone dimensions, and then like this just makes it like what it is. So like this one is what's the fucking format though? Video setting, 1080 by 1920, and then it just makes it for you.
Oh, awesome! Yeah.
Because then at least with your camera, you can put it all in and then just change the sequence.
Yeah.
And then it'll just go to that. But the only thing is, it's like you just have to worry about where the fuck is it? There you go. I'll take one of these clips. Oh my god. No, keep it. Like you just have to worry about that like bottom layer and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then if you put any subtitles, like you just have to make sure it's in the middle. I've learned that by like, because I do those like flail videos.
Yeah.
And then like what I've learned is like when I put them on TikTok, I have to always make the subtitles like go in the middle. So what I do for workflow is when I'm editing something for YouTube, I edit the subtitles for Instagram and TikTok, so I don't have to do it twice.
Right.
So I put it like, so I look at my phone, and I see where the video is going to be, and I just like mark it. I'm like, okay, well the subtitles should go there.
Yeah.
And then it's a little harder because you have to do like 3 words at a time.
Totally.
You know, like the man went out, and then like it cuts, and then it cuts to the next 3.
Yeah.
Yada. But some people are crazy because some people do like each letter, and you're like, man, that's fucking insane. Because like you see those 10-second videos of like those subtitles being like the letters are like different letters each time.
Yeah.
But it's like people don't understand how hard that fucking is. Holy shit.
With video in general, it's like you just see the product.
Yeah.
Like the amount of work that goes into it is crazy. I've seen TikToks that are like the amount of work that went into them.
Yeah.
It's like it could be a feature film. Like it's crazy. Like it's like I mean the subtitling, the effects.
I kind of hate that like like all these kids want to do TikTok and like they want to do reels and stuff. Like no one wants to like live life and yada yada. It's like at the same time they're creating something though.
Yeah.
Like at the same time, like I don't mind them making TikToks. I don't mind the stupid dances. I don't mind the weird dumb shit because like I have a YouTube channel and I was making weird dumb shit. Like every filmmaker makes weird dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know that like doesn't. You know, it's just fun. It's just like
it's part of being. It's part of life, right? Like it's part of being outside.
Well,
everything that they said, like everything that they're like, oh, just be outside. It's like there's not. People are living their lives like one isn't better than the other.
Yeah.
It's just like let people, you know.
But then also like making a really good TikTok is just as hard as making a good film. Like, like let's say you have like Martin Scorsese. I really doubt he can make a really good TikTok.
Yeah.
Because like those are different things,
it's
right?
Different, yeah.
But then like a really good TikToker probably couldn't make a really good film.
Yeah.
You know, like it's different. There's different editing, different like video style, things like that. Like it's not as digestible. You know, like you're not gonna watch like the fucking Irishman on TikTok. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. You're not gonna fucking get it. Like you're not gonna.
Could you imagine watching the Irishman? You swipe off, you're like, oh shit, I lost my place. Like,
oh my god! I do like 200 parts of like part 1, and it's like 15 seconds. You're like, oh my god. We should actually make a video of like one of those endurance challenges videos. It's like I'm watching The Irishman on TikTok, and just me like trying to watch it. That'd be actually really funny. Because like sometimes you see like YouTube videos of like, can you beat Batman by just jumping? And it's like those are always fun. But like imagine like trying to watch a movie on TikTok. You're just like speed running it.
Do the most ridiculous thing. I actually downloaded War and Peace, which is like a 1,000-page book on an iPhone 4, and it was like, I'll do this. And like, I obviously what a ridiculous idea. But I would love if I actually ever did that. Like, and then just to see how that would.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, my eyes would probably dissolve by the end of it.
So you're working on a short film?
Yeah. I have it's a screenplay I'm working on. I'm not into filming yet, or production, but yeah, I'm kind of writing it out.
Do you use Celtics?
I don't use Celtics. I'm just writing it in a doc, in a Word doc. I do have Celtics, but I haven't. like, because basically what I have is a treatment. It's like, so it's like, script treatment is like, so basically just like a story about the story and dialogue and everything. And
it's like saving the cat stuff.
It can be formatted into self-text later. It's great. It's getting really creative. It's very creative and stimulating. It's more just like, it's about, like, for me, it's like when, I don't know, I'm trying to say something true, just about like what comedy's like and what kind of thing that was driving me to do it and stuff. But then it's a little bit challenging now because like the circumstances of my life have changed more. But then also maybe that's kind of better for the script. So I don't know. For me, I'm so impressed by your like video production setup.
Oh, thanks.
For me, it's like the writing and the kind of creative, like the beginnings of it. It's like the same why I love comedy so much. It's like that's really what gets me going and gets me stimulated. Push through that. And then whenever I encounter like software, not even software. I'm actually pretty techy, but like a lot of technical debt, like stuff you have to do in order to get it how you want.
Yeah, like I'm trying to learn Mid-Journey. That's how I'm dealing with that right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like, you need to do this, do that, do this, and do this. It's like, man, I just want to draw shit.
Yeah.
It's like, leave me alone.
Do you ever see Casey Neistat on YouTube?
I know that name, but no.
No? So he's a
oh, yeah, I do know that.
Yeah, he was famous for the Daily Vlog.
Yeah.
He's really big on YouTube. He, one thing I always loved that he did was he just put the camera and he would like draw stuff. And then like the way he made things interesting was by doing it super simply. And then he would like draw big block letters and cross it out to like make a new sequence. Yeah. And then he would just run up to the camera and just like talk about things.
Yeah.
And he would just edit it. And the simplicity of it was kind of what gave it that character, that punch to it.
My favorite edits right now, and I've been doing this for like years, because you find a new edit that like you just like to do, you grow for it, you know? Like it's just a fun thing. Fuck my life, get to it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, not you, but this thing. My favorite thing is to do these like weird behind the scene edits of I love doing these like behind the scene edits of like me fixing the camera, you know, and like something's not right, so I'm like looking, you know, it's just like a weird behind the scenes of like what's, you know, and then it just like starts. I love those kind of edits because like it's just fun to do, right? And it just shows like especially like in a vlog, because like it takes you out of the this is what we're doing today. Check this out. It takes you out of like someone had to set up that camera. You know?
Exactly.
You know, it's you know, I don't know. I like editing too. It's kind of therapeutic because like you watch that, you're like, man, that looked like a good shot. I'm glad I took my time to like figure that shit out. You know, it's cool. Yeah. So I want to take like an homage to it and put that in there. You know, a little snippet.
Yeah.
But you just have to ride that line between being artsy and just being like being artsy and being snobby. Like if someone has like a shot of a sunset and they have it for like 5 minutes, that's way too long.
Yeah.
You know? Like cut that shit in half. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's like, no, you don't understand because like Peter and Beatrice, like the whole sequence of them meeting was 5 minutes. So at the end, when they're making love, it has to be a 5-minute intercourse sex underneath the sunset because it's like, bro, no.
Isn't that how long sex usually lasts?
Yeah.
What kind of sex do you guys have?
Yeah, it's like Jesus Christ, just cut it. Just cut the fat, you know? I hate long takes. I hate long takes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Especially long takes that don't need it. You know? And like I was talking to my friend Patrick about this on a podcast earlier, but like he was like, I was like, if you're not, because like Steven Spielberg, he does long takes, but he's like doing Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Okay? You are not. Just don't do long takes. If you're not filming Jurassic Park, fucking Star Wars, don't do long takes. You don't need it.
Have you ever seen like those movies that are just like one shot, like 1917?
Yeah, like Birdman.
Birdman, Birdman. Yeah. I love Birdman.
Birdman, and then there's another one by Alfred Hitchcock who did that Rope.
Oh, I didn't see Rope.
Rope? Yeah, that's one long take.
Nice.
Yeah, I believe that's where it's from.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. The one-air sequence is like.
Yeah, that's cool. That makes sense because like you're
moving.
Yeah, you're being enveloped into something. But like if you're showing me a fucking ocean for 10 minutes, man, like I get it. It's water, you know, because like it defeats the purpose, you know. Like I get that you enjoyed that moment, so you want to share that moment with me.
Yeah.
But it's like I wasn't there. So I don't care, you know? Cut to the next thing.
Yeah, there's there's this great YouTube channel, Every Frame of Painting. He actually.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was huge. He actually started making videos, but
what?
Yeah, he was huge on YouTube, and his channel's still there. And it's like he was mentioning how like how you edit like a fight scene is like so. Like they would cut. But what they would do in Jackie Chan's fight scenes, for example, that they don't do in like Western action movies, is they would show the same hit like 3 times. So he would get hit in the face once, and then they cut to a different angle, and it's not like he got hit in the face and then the next shot is him going away. It's another angle of him getting hit in the face, and another angle of him getting in the face, and then the action progresses. And so what it does is like the chop, chop, chop just imparts that sort of sense of the action of the dynamism of that scene. And then the thing with long takes is like I think that they try and do is like if they're done well. I've seen some shitty ones, but like if they're done well, it's like it's trying to like impart that rhythm of things on you. Like one of my favorite films is called Late Spring by Ozu. It's a Japanese movie. It's an old one. It's actually like really, really good. But like there's this scene in it where like this woman is realizing that she's gonna have to leave her family home, and it's like a big emotional moment. And then what happens is that there's a vase that's cut in the middle of the shot. So she's like looking really sad, but then there's a vase. And there's a shot of a vase, and then it cuts back to her looking really sad. And then apparently this is the most studied scene in film history.
Cool.
But I see, yeah.
What movie is it called?
It's called Late Spring.
Late Spring.
Late
I have to remember that. Late Spring.
It's a beautiful movie. It's like black and white. It's one of the best of all time. But obviously it's Ozu. But like basically it's like people are like, why did he put a vase in there? Like what was this vase for? Like why was the vase in there? And then some theories are just that like he didn't want that shot to be so long and emotional, so he just like interrupted it with a vase.
That's nice. I like the sound of that. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Because like I feel that's cutting a scene, but without the actual technical cut.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're changing emotion through time. And
Totally.
I like that a lot.
Actually, the history. Yeah, go on.
Another old movie that does that really well with like long takes is called I forget the director's name. Well, I can't pronounce it very well. He made the movie Hidden Fortress.
Kurosawa?
Yeah. And like he made Hidden Fortress. Hidden Fortress was that inspired Star Wars.
Yeah.
And like there's this really cool fight scene in Hidden Fortress where it's like these 2 guys, like they have spears and like they're fighting, which is like one long take of like them falling around with sticks basically.
Yeah.
And I was so enveloped into that scene. Like I was holding my pillow like who's gonna win? But like it wasn't like a Marvel movie cinematic like fight scene like Captain America versus Winter Soldier. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier. Like that fight scene was really fucking cool. And like all those fight scenes were really fucking dope in Winter Soldier, but like I've never been that like amazed by a fight scene except for Hidden Fortress.
Yeah.
Because it was so fucking cool. Like I enjoyed it a lot.
It's like what it is. It's it's crazy. And that movie was. I mean, it must have been the 50s, 60s, something like that.
It was old. It was really old.
And the budget was nothing compared to a Marvel movie.
No, and
it's crazy.
But it's crazy that you say that because like the budget was nothing, but it also made like an empire. You know.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars is worth billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And like Hidden Fortress is not.
Exactly.
But like it made something out of that, and like I think that goes back to our like it goes back to the famous Benai because like probably a regular person doesn't know who Kurosawa is.
Yeah.
But everyone knows who George Lucas is.
Yeah.
But like but George Lucas knows who that guy is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
And this film and stuff. Yeah. That's what it's like. It's really about being the best thing at your own thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's
like
about being what you're good at. Like
yes.
You're good at this, so you do that.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to like do. I'm not trying because I got into the moment of like making TikToks just to make TikToks for like trends and stuff. And I was like, no, what am I good at? Like I'm good at obscurity. I'm good at like weird shit. So that's what I'm gonna make. Kind of.
Yeah. Toot your own horn, right? Like, play your own drum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But this has been fun.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna cut it because I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was good talking to you.
Good talking to
I
you.
just say bye to the podcast. Bye.
Bye, podcast.
Sweet.
Thanks, man. See you later.
Do you want to say the N-word or no?
Probably a few times just before we cut. Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, yeah. Just kidding. Someone said the N-word once.
Oh, seriously? On the podcast?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh. He looks funny.